Good morning, everybody. This is Rick Smith. I'm going to open up a huge box from the World of Rockhounds. I say it's huge, but I've got a bunch of little stuff, so I'm going to go quick. And I'm embarrassed to say that I don't have my invoice with me, so you're going to have to bear with me while I guess at quite a bit of this stuff. I think I remember most of it, but not sure. Okay. So first of all, got a nice cab here. Once again, I'm going to show my ignorance here. Just going to show the beauty. Try it this way. But I'm going to be quick. So, moving right along. I'm going to start putting these in the background, I think. And I believe this was a small, don't want to say it's a sapphire, but I believe it was. And I'm going to have problems opening things, I can tell. Here's the next cab. This isn't a cab, it's a specimen. This is a crystal. Alright, just showing the beauty then. And if my memory jogs, then that'll be nice. Okay. This has got to be chrysocolla. I believe it's been tumbled a little bit. I know that there's quite a few pairs in here. Starting with these. Wow. I'll at least put this in the background while I struggle opening these. Hopefully I will have discovered the skills to possibly edit this. There's going to be several of these in a row. I wish I had Kyle's skills in displaying. Wow. Beautiful. Kyle, you did an excellent job of, I can't even get through the toilet paper here. Okay. This appears to be a horn coral. some grape agate. Oops. Well, I will get the sticky off later. Wow. Beautiful. Botryoidal is, I'm not sure if I like the sound of that word or not. Is it pretty? It's pretty, the word, I mean, the specimen is. But is the word pretty? Okay. It's feeding me badly. Okay. And another coral. Wow. I like the agatization in this one. It's got some nice color. Come on, do a little focus for me here. All right. All right. Another pair, 2 pairs. Wow. I believe this is the Turkish stick agate. Oops, there's a small chip on that one. That's all right. It's got some nice translucency. My big fingers are in the way yet again. Let's see if I can display this properly. Beautiful. Let me zoom in just a bit. And I'll try to get the other one displayed as well, so I can have them both in the same hand. Oh yes. Okay. Right, here's another pair that came apart. Nope, these are not. These are cabochons. This is, looks like rhodonite. And some more, maybe, let me just hold this one. Some form of jasper. His name escapes me, but the rhodonite is beautiful. I don't have to tell you that. Okay. I have to get some more material out, so I'm going to pause you for a moment. Good morning, everybody. This is Rick Smith. Got a box from Kyle at World of Rockhounds, and trying to be more organized with this. So I've already unboxed everything, and I'm just going to show you what I've got from him. These are some small sapphires. I believe they were sapphires anyway. Once again, I do not have my wonderful little cheat sheet in front of me. So I've got them on something a little bit different today. I believe I thought I'd try something different here. These are organized a little bit better, I hope. I hope these are a little bit easier to see. Once again, this might help with my fumble-fingeredness and shakiness. Maybe I can just use the stage to make it a little bit easier for them to be seen. And I hope maybe this will make them a little bit more easier to view. I think I'm just going to turn that off. Okay. Moving right along. As soon as I figure out what I did with that, there we go. And I dropped one. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Okay. These are rainforest jasper cabs. Oops. I am just Mr. Fumble Fingers today. Getting a little bit of the... Let me turn that light down just a hair. I thought that was the correct one. Maybe it's not. Nope, that wasn't the right one. Alright. So perhaps I was doing it the right way to start with. Okay. Beautiful stuff. Okay. And I believe I may have gotten these confused a bit. I believe this is one more rainforest in the middle. And I can't remember what the other two jasper cabs are. Chabs. So I'll do this one first. I just love the colors in these. I hope you like them as well. Oops, lots of glare on that one. Okay. Seems a lot more subtle, and I wish I could remember the name of the jasper, but I do not. Okay. I do remember these. This is rhodochrosite. color change. You see, this is the, oh, once again, that's not the intensity. There we go. Color that down just a little bit. Okay. And here's the ones I really love. The bacon. I prefer to think of this as being more of a surfboard effect. Get a little bit closer here. Come on and focus for me, please. Just beautiful stuff. I'm gonna let the camera do the work. I'm sorry for the wobble. 2 more of these. Looks like waves crashing on the shoreline there. And the last one's a nice little trapezoid, or that's more of a square rectangle. Believe it or not, I have done this before. Okay, and I bought a few drilled pairs from him with the idea that I might actually be able to make some earrings. And I believe these are blue jaspers. I mean, not blue, well, it might be jasper. But I believe they're agate because they do have some translucency to them. I like the color play in there as well. And this is the African sunstone. Ooh, that's terrible glare. Sorry. Which I wish I'd bought a few more of these now because my wife really liked these, but just love that play of color there. I'm trying to get them both in at the same time, but obviously not going to happen. Those are just gorgeous. If I wore earrings, I might consider a pair of these. Who knows, maybe I will. These are my favorite. I just love Turkish stick agate. Just the patterns that it makes. Sagenitic effect. The play of light through the bottom. You can see my finger behind it, and how clear parts are. Alright, we're coming up on 10 minutes, so I'm going to move along here. And I believe these were Botswana. Also very beautiful. Glad it's giving me a little bit of, once again, the translucency there. I don't remember if this is Chrysocolla. I thought they were beautiful, nice specimens. Got 2 of these. Hey, I caught it. At risk of making y'all sick to your stomach, I apologize. Partially polished. But those blues in there are just, I don't know. Border with the greens and the reds. And I bought this pendant. Which glows oh so nicely for under the UV. If I can get it to play on there. There we go. Love that green. I might actually wear this one myself. Love the dendrites. While I've got the lights off, I'm going to show the dino bone. This piece was gifted to me by Mr. Jim Fry, which I am deeply appreciative of. Pardon, shaking again. Since they're in the dark right now, I'll hit it with the UV, which will be spectacular for this one in the front right. For all of them, actually. That one's glowing green. They're all beautiful. The regular light. Sorry about the flare there. I apologize. Alright, fumble fingers. Alright. I think you get the gist of it. Once again, this is the one that Mr. Fry so kindly gifted me, and I do appreciate it. I think overall, this is one of the prettiest of the bunch that Kyle had. It's just amazing to see in the cell structure there. And these are the 2 pieces that Kyle saved for Les and Spot and I. The epidote. There. Once again, just spectacular. And I'm sorry I keep bumping the camera, but this is the best way to view them in my mind. I apologize again, but they are just so pretty. And I still see I have a few strands of cotton on there from Kyle's careful packaging. Oops. Well, try to get a little bit more of that off while I'm seeing it. It's amazing how these things grow. Okay. These are the these are the zincite crystals that I purchased from Kyle in the live sale, and for some reason they were in focus just a few seconds ago, and now they've chosen not to be. Let's see if I can remedy that. There we go. As he mentioned, these are from the Polish zinc factories where they were processing the ore to get zinc. This is a nice green color, I do believe. This is a different color of green, I hope, since I have mentioned I am slightly colorblind. All the little arms coming off of there are fascinating to me. And here is a 3-part parcel that I got from him. These are clear and very fragile. I'm not going to try to take those out of the case, and I'm hoping that the camera will resolve on those. Let me see if I can zoom in just a bit, and I believe I can. And these react well to the UV, so let me click off the light here and stop wiggling and apply the UV. That's not the UV, this is the UV. So, there we go. Wow, the UV is strobing. That's new. Let me come in from an angle. Let me see if that changes from here ever so slightly. That's better. Well, no, it's not better. All right. Let me get a different crystal here. Okay. Once again, I have a major amount of dust here. Let me get that out of the background. Oh, that glows nicely. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pause this and move on to something else. All right, my video cut off on me, so this is going to be part 2. These are the green garnets again that Kyle's World of Rockhounding. Green garnets that were like I said, from his sale, and I want to try to figure out how to splice these two together, so forgive me. I hope I'm able to do so. Okay. This is the Himalayan fluorite, and once again, this would benefit just from light from the side. So forgive the strobe. I believe this one had a phantom in it, but I'm not gonna. It's definitely got a phantom based on the strobe. Forgive me. Please focus for me. It might be in there. There it is. Right in here. If I could just get it to focus a little bit better. I don't know that it's going to. But we'll hit it with the UV. I don't think this is very reactive though to the UV, if I remember correctly. The host rock it was in is. I'm so sorry. A little bit. Okay. There's the phantom. All right. Lights back on. Sorry about the flare. Couple of amethyst points. Hey, I managed to put them down without hitting the camera. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. They don't really show the purple very well, do they? Let me show. Let me do this. I just look more greenish than purple, and I may have the name wrong. Let me try hitting it with the UV. Well, now they look purple. This is the mini beast that I'm using, just to let everybody know. And they are a little bit prettier that way. This probably is fluorite now that I shined it on there, and I was thinking it was amethyst. Mr. Fumble Fingers. Okay, now we have a couple of fossils. And since, once again, I've got the lights off, these are horn corals. And let's see how they react to the beast. And a little bit. Much better on top. Ooh, that's much better. Why can I not do things without hitting the camera? Much better. Okay. Regular light. Sorry for the flare. And you can see there's a little bit of color to them. All right. Now to my dentures. These are the mosasaur teeth. I left one in the box. I wonder if he was chewing on something to cause the damage. It's probably from the just being taken out of the host rock, but it's got that nice cutting edge on there. And the one in the box was a little bit bigger, but you can see it was damaged as well. Sorry for the glare. I just thought I'd leave one as a display. And I don't know if these glow from the UV or not. Let's see. Maybe a little bit. The root does. Yeah, somewhat. Okay. Taking great care not to touch that camera, so I'll probably hit it anyway. Okay. Okay. Well, I didn't hit the camera. Okay, these are the ammonites replaced with pyrite. Forgive me for not taking the price tags off of them. They've got beautiful sutures. The ones in the bag are not so much, but we'll focus on these instead. So let's see if Mr. Shaky Hands can get it where we can see it a little bit better. There we go. I'm just going to use this one as an example. They're heavy little beasts, former beasts. Beautiful shine on them though. This one's got some nice color to it. I'll show that one. Make myself a liar. Much more of a bronze look. So get it between my fingertips here. Little red center there, I believe. And these are not UV reactive, I've already checked. I believe I have one more fossil. Yes, I do. It's a piece of coral. There's the stem. Sort of want to cut it, but I sort of don't want to cut it. I don't think I'm going to cut it. And let's hit it with some UV. Starting to wonder if that's not better just to show it in the black. Ooh, yes. Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna roll that over, hopefully without banging on the camera too much. Oh my. Let's see what the tip looks like. If my camera will focus, it will. Thank you so much. If I can avoid hitting it, golly knows. And a few other inappropriate words are passing through my brain there. Okay. That was well worth doing that. Okay. And this is the zincite. And I think I'm just not going to turn the light on this time. Okay. These are some bracelets that I bought from Kyle. I believe the first one here is gonna escape me as to what it is. Besides, very pretty. I tried to find my invoice, and of course I couldn't find it. want to say these were rutilated quartz, but I am not sure at all. These are amethyst, I'm reasonably sure. Some beautiful beads in there. And these are some labradorite beads. Okay. If it'll focus for me. Okay. Next is a new stone that he had. This is chrysopal or chrysopal. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but as you can see, it's got some nice color to it. Nice green. And I don't think it did much under the UV, but we're going to try it here momentarily. I liked how that backlight glowed through it though. There we go. He said it was a very soft stone. And I'm hoping that strobe under the UV is going to go away. And I'm not quite sure why I was doing it before, but pardon the shake. Price tag glows nicely. Okay. And about 2 flavors of fluorite from him, and I cannot remember which one is which. So bear with me while I try to block the flare from the overhead coming on. It didn't work very well, but very pretty stuff. Let me get back to at least normal. Trying to get a little bit of regular magnification there. It appears that's where it grew from. Nice and green, said the slightly colorblind man. And now we're going to try it with some UV, and it glows beautifully. Nice. Okay. on to the next piece of fluorite. I can get it out. There we go. Bear with me while I turn the overheads back on, so to speak. Nice shaped crystals there. Zoom in. Give it towards the center, it would help. Like I said before, this is fluorite. This one really looks nice under the UV. Turn it around for you. It's not really picking it up. Like I'm seeing it off camera here. Let me zoom out. Wow. This camera is not doing that any justice at all. I don't know why. That is a beautiful blue. Huh. I don't know how to change that. Well, maybe off on the edge. You can see the color on the right there. That's disappointing. Well, it's a little bit better when I don't. That's much better. Now you can see it if I'm not applying it directly, which is somewhat unusual. Okay, now you get an idea. I'm very happy with this piece. All right. And I believe I've only got 3 more pieces to show you here. And this fortunately has the name on it. If I can read it correctly, this is Salwazi crystals. And it'll stand up. And I'm actually going to use the rotation feature here and stand my camera up. Oops, that was the brightest. Let me go back up. It's got some nice facets on it. Try backlighting it a little bit. Oh, that was very backlit. Very pretty. Once again, my camera's not doing it justice. Okay. All right. Beautiful crystals. Okay. Very crumbly. up on the last three. I've got two palm stones. One of them is a beautiful gift. These are agates. This one is from Rockabee. Thank you, Rockabee. And that's not really doing them any justice like that. Let me zoom in again. There we go. And they are a rockin', sorry. Don't remember what type of agate these are. They're very beautiful. There's some nice banding there, beautiful. Okay, one last piece. And this is my favorite piece. This is a amethyst cluster. Whoops. And I'm gonna have to back up a little bit here. I'll just let it spin for a second there. I'm pretty sure this is not UV reactive, but I thought this was beautiful. Lots of nice points everywhere. I don't know if there was any double terminations on here, but I will try to not bang the camera anymore and just focus on some of the features. I mean, wow, nice. Do some head on here. But I was really happy with this. You can look down in the depths. Nicely shaped crystals everywhere. Okay, this is all I've got to show you. Kyle from World of Rockhounds just has excellent materials, and I thank him for the opportunity to show this to you and for me to buy it. Let me see if there's, I will check and see if there's any. Well, my recording limit cut me off there. I was trying to see if there was any UV reactivity to this amethyst cluster, and so we're going to check that right quick. And there it is. It shows up quite nicely. Very beautiful. And I just want to say thank you if you made it this far in this video, for watching this far. I appreciate it. And if you liked it, oops, let me get back over here in the middle. I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, and you have a great day. Thanks.